Welcome back to another episode of World of Solitude, our survival Minecraft series. And on this episode, we are going to be working towards building up our villager trading post. It's time to expand the villager trading post and try to get our trades down to a reasonable trade and try to make as many emeralds as we possibly can. So sit back, relax, and let's just jump into it. So the first thing we got to do here is we got to kind of clean this area up a bit, get rid of all this diorite wall stuff that we've got kicking around here, clean this all up. I've already got a bunch of materials all set aside, ready to go to be able to build this. And the ultimate goal here is to be able to have a whole bunch of the various types of villagers. I want to be able to get all of the various enchanting books. I want to get the masons set up so that we can get the quartz, because it'll be nice to be able to have access to quartz without having to go into the nether to get it. And potions. We're going to get potions and various potions we can do. We're also going to have to, of course, look at making sure that we've got a good supply of gold, because I do have a zombie set aside so that we can get these trades down here to be able to infect these guys and then cure them. So we're going to need a good source of gold. I think I've got a little bit tucked away right now, because we do got to make the golden apples that we got to feed them with, and then make a bunch of weakness potions. So, alright, first things first, I'm going to clear out all this area and start kind of lining up and getting some materials all placed down here to try to get a footprint in place for all the additional trading posts we're going to have. I axed the villagers that were in here because I wanted to kind of reorganize all this. They were all kind of a little bit ticked at me anyway because of some incidents that may have happened in the past, would have been caught in some live streams. So we reset these guys. They no longer exist, and I may or may not have a bunch of heads sitting in a shulker box over there. But now, basically, everything's kind of, set up in these ones, and I'm going to extend this down probably quite a ways down here to be able to add in a good number of villagers that we're going to add into this trading hall. So let's just expand it out. Okay, I just want to give you a quick little show here of what we've done. I'm basically doing like the skeleton underneath of this so that you can kind of get an idea of how each one of these little pods are set up here. So this here is basically the chamber in which the zombie's going to walk back and forth and be able to infect any of the villagers that we want to be able to lower their prices on and stuff. So we're going to end up installing some pistons in here, some redstone over there, and then there'll be some levers so that we can raise and lower the pistons. And but we're just getting the kind of the backbone and everything all set up in here. And I want to kind of show you in phases so you can kind of get a snapshot of how everything is going to be set up here. So we've added here, how many more of these have we added here? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 more villagers we've added into this, which I'm thinking it might not necessarily be enough yet. I'm thinking I might want to come across to this side over here and kind of continue down this way and add more villager space through here as well. So I'm going to keep growing this area, and we will just kind of see how it all looks once I got this all in place. Alright, so I tend to overdo things just a little bit. So let's have a look at what has gone on here. I have expanded the trading post. We have added a whole bunch more slots along this side. We've made it the same width as it is over there. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of villagers we're going to be able to trade with over here. And so I want to kind of show you what we're going to do next here is we're actually got to get the redstone components in place here. But I'm going to give you a little rundown. So basically, we're going to replace one piece of dirt out of here, and we will go and say put down a lectern, for instance. So here is our lectern. Bam. So as we march our villagers over here, when they get close enough, they're going to lock on to the only station that's available here. I have no other stations they can lock onto. So they're going to be like, oh, hey, there's a lectern. I'm going to become a librarian. And they are going to walk their way down. And they're going to drop down through this hole into here. And then they're going to track themselves over here. And they're going to run right in here. So once they've run in here, then we drop this lever down. And it squashes their head. And we flip this lever up. And that means they can't get in and out of that at all. So they are now trapped in that position, and then we can bust out this piece of dirt that's here that they use to kind of walk across here. Then with this little stepstone that we've got here, when we want to improve their trade ability, if we lower this, they can't get out. They hit here, they can't walk out of here because this trap door is on this sticky piston that's here, so they can't escape. But the zombie can come along and go nom 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 and hit them and bite them, turn them into a zombie themselves. And then once that happens, we can go along, raise them back up like so. And then we can throw our weakness potion, splash potion on them, feed them a golden apple, and they will get cured, and then they're going to tell all their buddies that, hey, this guy's really cool because he just saved us, and he's going to lower his emerald prices. So that's how this is all set up here. And I have a zombie tucked away in there that's going to be running along here, looking after our optimized trader biting facility is what that's going to be. So, but in the meantime, I'm going to knock out this lectern. And I'm going to put a piece of dirt back in here because I want dirt all along here now, because I will end up doing lectern number 1, and I will chase a villager all the way over here till he ends up activating whatever lectern that is, or whatever trading station that is, and then we will just start working our way around the villager trading post one at a time. So the next step here is, just so you know that how this is built, there's a redstone dust that's there. On top of this, there's going to be a on top of this one is a sticky piston with a trapdoor on it. This gets blocked off here, and then this gets blocked off, and then we put in our lever, and then that activates and controls this piston up here. And then at the top, it's just a piston with a redstone lamp on the front of it and a switch that ends up running it. So that's what we're working on doing next. So the next phase is this. I'm going to get all the bottom section done, and then we'll come back and have another look. Okay guys, everything is all in place now. We are ready for villagers. Let's just have a quick look around here and see kind of what it all looks like. So we start off at this side, we come down through here. This is what we had completed before. And then we continue on through all the way around, and everything is already, built up into place properly here. So it's all ready to go, and this all completely wraps around. I do need to kind of run through with some dirt blocks, and we're going to do that here real quick to see if I've got any dirt blocks left. What do I got for stuff here? Okay, I gotta go get some more dirt blocks. Let's run and go get some more dirt blocks here. Quickly fly over to the sorting system and grab a handful of some dirt. That's probably plenty. And so I've even started to kind of landscape it a little bit to kind of close it all off here. And we've got this little back entranceway here. This gets us through the whole area where the actual villagers get loaded into their positions, where we're going to have to like train them and track them into their spots. And then we will end up putting blocks in there to kind of block them into place so that they can't come back out of there. But this all is how that's looking. And so this is going on. This is the long side here. This is the drop point where they're going to be coming in. All the way around. And in here is where I've got the the zombie villager, or the zombie sitting right now that's going to be infecting all of our guys when we want to lower the trades. And then there's a pathway that leads him down below, but we're going to go check out that down below section now. Okay, so we can go in down through here now. And you can see we've already got some dirt blocks already in place here. And these are kind of like the little pathways that these guys are going to be walking along. And this is what we've got to put in line here so that we can get the villagers from that side into here and then be able to lock them into place. And we'll be using, you know, various blocks to kind of block them into place so they can't escape. All right, so all the way over to the far side here. And in goes our dirt. Just like so. Nope, not that one. Okay, I didn't want to jinx that. I was able to do that whole line without screwing up a block placement. Done like dinner. Oh, we good. Now it's a matter of getting some villagers in here. So, we'll pop back periodically as we get some villagers in here. Okay, guys, we're starting to get some villagers in place here. Let's just do a quick little flip around here and have a look and see what we got. We've got a couple of farmers at this end, and then we have some tool crafters here that will, you know, work at getting us conversions for iron for emeralds really cheap. And then I've got a few of the clerics set up for being able to eventually be able to get some glowstone out of these guys is what I'm hoping for. I threw down our cartographer as well, and then one smoker in here. We got one fisher, and now I'm going to do a bunch of stonemasons. And the stonemasons, going to have 9 of them all the way to here, and then I'm going to have the rest of this is all librarians to try to get all the enchants that we want. So, yeah, things are progressing along. We're moving. This is going well. It's just slow and tedious because I basically bring a villager out of my breeder and I chase it along the trough here with a bucket of water, and to eventually they drop down here and then they lock on and then they run to their location here, and then I can lock them into place and keep them in front of their workstation and hopefully get their trades up. If for whatever reason their trades aren't going to be good enough, then we will end up flint and stealing them. And they will accidentally be stepping in fire for some unknown reason. But we'll cross that bridge because that's more going to come down when we get down to doing the lecterns, having the lecterns in here and getting our librarians in, because that's how we're going to be able to weed out the librarians that are going to have the really lousy trades and be able to get the good books. So I'm just going to keep plugging away at getting some villagers in here, and we'll be right back. After a ton of work, we finally have all of the villagers in place here, and let's just do a quick run around and have a look and see what all we ended up getting. So first things first, let's get to the right camera angle. Here we go. So we have projectile protection 3, we have unbreaking 3, we have respiration, we have sharpness 5, we have thorns 2, smite 5, fire protection 4, infinity, flame, sweeping edge 3, aqua affinity, looting 3, efficiency 5, channeling, protection 4, punch 3. We also have feather falling 4, fortune, silk touch, with also has depth strider on that one as well, and then mending. The very first villager we put in got us our mending book, which is fantastic. So now it's just a matter of getting them all down to their lower prices, and I'm going to do that at another time because this is literally taking me hours and hours and hours to get all of these villagers in here, and it's been a process. So we're going to take a break from this now, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I've tried to make this one a little bit quicker video of us just kind of plowing through and getting this trading post done. I think it's a pretty nice layout for it too. It's nice, easily accessible. So we basically, all the other villagers are going to be for emerald trading, and then we have our quartz trading down at that end, and then we have our enchant trading. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and leave a like and share it. It really does help if you do share it on your different social media platforms. So thank you again for watching, and we will catch you again next time.